rolling?
3, 2, 1, go.
3, 2, 1, go. This is Will Smith, and I'm reading my audiobook. Good, so you like that? This is nerve-wracking for me. I've never done this before. I'm a first-time author, and this is actually the first time I'm looking at my words on an iPad, so that's kind of nice too. So we shall begin. My full name is Willard Carroll Smith II, not Junior. Daddy-O would always correct people. Hey, he ain't no motherfucking Junior. He felt like calling me Junior diminished both of us. I was born on September 25th, 1968. My mom says that from the moment I showed up, I was a talker, always smiling, yapping, and babbling away, content to just be making noise. My grandmother, Gigi, worked the graveyard shift at Jefferson Hospital in Center City, Philadelphia, so she'd take care of me in the mornings while my parents were at work. Her house had a huge porch, which served as my front row seat to the drama of North 54th Street, and a stage on which I could join in the theatrics. She propped me up on that porch and watched me jibber jabber with anybody and everybody who walked by. Even at that age, I loved having an audience. When I clear my throat, it gives me the hiccups, you know? Anybody tissue anywhere? No, people don't do tissues anymore because you pull a tissue out, it's like, hey, what's that? What's going on over there? Do you need a quarantine? Chapter 2. Now, I know y'all were thinking I was gonna start this book off with, in West Philadelphia, born and raised. I was tempted. I mean, how could I not be? I'm a make-believer. And not just any old make-believer. I'm a legendary bad boy man in black kind of make-believer. I'm a movie star. My first impulse is always to clean up the truth in my mind, to make it better. My fantasy life, while in some ways protecting me, also caused me to feel more guilt and shame and more self-loathing. All fantasies eventually fail. No matter how hard you fight, the truth is undefeated. Reality remains the undisputed champ. I'm sorry.
Get it, man.
No, I won't eat this between the next chapter. They must have beat her ass with everything I saw. I can hear Yvette screaming all the way to my room, and although I don't see Yvette no more, well, I know she's not as fine. I know she's not as fine. I know she's not as fine as she was before. Jazzy Jeff, y'all. On the track, y'all. On the beat, y'all. Eat your dessert, y'all. The phones have been off the hook all day from y'all wanting to hear these guys, so get ready for our hometown boys, Philly's very own DJ Jazzy Jeff and the Fresh Prince. This is Girls Ain't Nothing But Trouble. I totally froze. My mouth was hanging open. My heart was pounding. I wanted to scream. I wanted to jump, but at the same time, I didn't want to do anything to bump into the universe and knock my record off the radio. Then those words I knew so well, and I had repeated hundreds, maybe thousands of times before, were coming out of the radio. Listen, no boys, don't mean to bust your bubble, but girls of the world ain't nothing but trouble. It was my voice. That was me. On the radio, me, my rhymes, my voice. I wanted to call people, but I didn't want to miss it. I ran outside. I wanted to grab somebody, to tell somebody, that's me, y'all! That's me on the radio! But it was 10 o'clock and nobody was out there. I started giggling, a knee-jerk reaction that I still have to this day when I find myself in extreme emotional circumstances. I could not stop laughing. It was a joyous, blissful laughter, the pure joy of a child waking up on Christmas morning, the joy of discovery, of renewed hope, of a new life, the joy of being right about me. From the moment Jeff and I stepped on that tour bus in late 1986 through summer 1988, we performed nearly 200 shows. This was one of the greatest periods of my life. Everything was new. We were defining the culture. We were part of the wave, the tsunami that was carrying hip-hop across the globe. Every artist was unique. Something happened every show that was a first in hip-hop. We were playing in front of crowds where sometimes 50% of the audience had never seen someone rap before. They were in awe. There was an intoxicating energy of discovery and adventure. This was a time in my life rich with first encounters and mind-expanding new experiences. Day 3 of recording the audiobook. It doesn't look like day 3 because I have the same clothes on, so people who see it will think it was all in the same session. That's Hollywood. All right, we're ready? Hey! Quincy yells out, "The Fresh Prince is here, y'all!" A framed poster of Oprah Winfrey's The Color Purple hovered over my left shoulder. Michael Jackson's Thriller sales plaque loomed over my right. 48 million sold. I felt Michael looking at me on his toes in the classic Billie Jean pose, as if he were saying, "So what are you gonna do, Will?" I take a seat. Quincy stands in front of me. "Talk to me, Philly," he says. "What you need?" "Quincy, I'm not prepared to do an audition," I stammered. I didn't know when you called, that we were gonna do all of that. "It's only a couple scenes. I got some people out there who gonna read with you. You just gotta be you and have fun." "Quincy, I cannot do an audition in the middle of a party. I need to prepare. I need to have some time to work on it." Quincy leaned in, eyes crystal clear, suddenly sharp, totally sober. "But right now, everybody that needs to say yes to this show is sitting out there in that living room waiting for you. And you are about to make a decision that will affect the rest of your life." I took it in. I looked at Michael, then Oprah. They looked right back at me. "We know, baby, it's hard. What you gonna do, Philly?" "F it," I said. "Give me 10 minutes. Right out the corner of my eye. Yeah, say, "Oh, we don't want that on film."
Meanness, so don't mind the police coming up here.
Jackson's like, "This is a shit show." It's like, who tries to shoot an audiobook? Uncle Phil lovingly gathers Will into his arms. The shot slowly pans away onto a statue of a father and son Will had purchased as a gift. In the embrace, James Avery whispers in my ear, "Now that is f***ing acting." See how my sister didn't say nothing? She was like,
She was thinking, it's all good.
It's okay.
Start when you ready.
Chapter 15, Inferno. I've spoken over the years to many artists, musicians, innovators, athletes, thinkers, poets, entrepreneurs, big dreamers from all walks of life. And there's a secret conversation that always seems to arise. How can we fully pursue and realize our visions while at the same time cultivating love, a thriving family, and fulfilling relationships? And here's the harsh reality for everyone who loves a dreamer. Everything comes second to the dream. The attainment of my dream became an act of survival. My belief was, when I get to the top of this mountain, I will never be scared again. I will never be sad again. I'll never be abused or disrespected or unloved. Everything worth living for is at the top of this mountain. And there is nothing I'm unwilling to leave or to lose to get there. And anyone who opposes or impedes my progress is my enemy. But here's the dichotomy. My wife was my vision. My family was my vision. My picture encompassed joy, fulfillment, and prosperity for all of us. It's my vision, but it's not selfish because I'm doing it for everyone around me. Spoiler alert, it's a little bit more complicated than a dichotomy. Ooh, whoa. Woo!
Yes.
All right, that'll do it. That's beautiful. All right, give it back to me.